Ready?
Ready.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the latest episode of Snitchin'. It's your host, Kristen.
And Brittany, get ready for the best part of your day. Happy Friday, snitches.
This is a very exciting Friday episode for us.
We have the Sammy, the biggest bookworm that I know, my new sister-in-law. I can't believe I can call you that officially. And yeah, just the person I know that loves books more than anything, Sammy Nolte. Well, I guess Sammy Martin now.
Technically, yes,
Yeah.
almost there. We're working through the name change, but yes, I'm so excited to be here. I'm Sammy. I am Brittany's sister-in-law. I'm a huge fan of books, so I'm super excited to talk through the book club pick and kind of our thoughts on reading in general.
Yes. Sammy, is it true? I've heard the rumor that your parents used to punish you not by taking away like TV or grounding you, but just taking away your books.
Yep, that is what they did, which is kind of crazy because I feel like that is taking away from your child learning, but it's something.
But Sammy was also there for the bat break-in. So,
Oh,
Sammy, let's let the snitches hear your side of the story.
Yeah, I was sleeping and I woke up in the middle of the night. I think it was like 4 in the morning to Connor screaming and he was crying. And I then heard Brittany say something about, why don't you go wash your hands? So I thought like, I don't know, he threw up, he wet the bed, like something like just with Connor, like not affecting anyone else. And I must have just like rolled over and fell back to sleep. And then the next morning, yeah, Brittany was like, yeah, there was a bat in the room. And I was like, oh my God, no way. That's disgusting. We started like talking about the rabies and the shot. And I was like, okay, well, I'm like a hypochondriac. So I'm like, you guys shouldn't have told me about this. I'm looking up everything.
Yeah, she's like next level.
Asking all my medical friends, should I be going to get this? And I think I probably would have, if I had a car and I was having to have someone else drive me, like I probably would have went. But also what threw me off was that you had to get 4 different shots. So I was like, if it was one, I probably would have gotten it. But we kept looking at every avenue and there was just no way that anyone else was actually in the room with the bat. So we didn't get it. I think we have to wait like a few months to just make
That's
sure
the worst
we're gonna
part.
be free, but
That's the worst part. Like
totally.
4 months from now, we could be dead.
Don't say that.
I was like up. I put on my clothes to go for a run. And then I was like, this could be like one of my last days. Like, I'm not gonna go.
I'm not running.
I didn't go for a run.
Oh, I would use that excuse for the next 4 months. Easy.
Yeah. But the exterminator did come and well, my dad said he was like, it's highly unlikely a bat would get in. Like they couldn't have got across the rooms. So I
That's
think
peace of mind. I mean, literally, I was with Mish, who the snitches know. She was on the pod, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I had a friend that happened to in the South End." I was like, "Am I just the only person that had no PSA about bats flying in your room? I've never heard of this before."
Same. This is why I had to educate. I had to spread awareness.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you for your service.
Hopefully I'm not dead in 4 months.
Kristen, I loved your reference to the Office episode.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
such a good episode.
Yeah.
I love that. Hilarious. Well, I'm ready to learn about some new books. Should we get into our topics?
Let's
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm so excited for this episode. I love books. But okay, so yeah, we read the Seven Sisters book. We all three of us read it. We're going to talk about it. We understand that probably not everyone has read it, so we're going to save that discussion for the end. We'll do a little summary for those who didn't read it, and if you want to read it, you can hop off. But first, we're just going to start talking about general book discussion, book club here. So question number one, what are the best books that you've read in the last year? Sammy, you go first.
Okay, so I read this series this year, or I haven't read all. I have one left, and I'm not starting it because
Oh, Kristen will love this. Is this the Irish boy one? The
Yes.
Irish.
Oh.
Yes, high school. Yes.
So
I love this one.
it's called the Boys of Tommen series. The first one's called Binding 13. And it's like how I describe it to people, it feels like I'm reading One Tree Hill, but it's like set in Ireland. So it's about like this like group of high schoolers and they're all like really good rugby players, or the guys are, and they all like date each other, and there's like it's so cute and I love all of the characters. Like it's so fun, it's funny, but it's like sad, it's everything. And they are a commitment. Like I don't recommend it to everyone because it's like one, not everyone like cares to read about high schoolers, but they are long. Like
What's
the
that
books
like?
are long. And Kristen, you said that you're like, I'm not a long book person. I would try the first one. I'm obsessed.
What's the name again?
The Boys of Tommen.
Oh my God. I mean, literally sold. Snitches can't see, but my hands like were thrown up twice in that description. We've got Ireland and like high school love and drama. That sounds amazing. How
Oh,
long are these? Are we talking?
I think like 600.
Okay.
Ooh.
Which is crazy for like what that substance is, because it's not like it's like a historical book that has so much. But try the first one. The first one's called Binding 13.
I know. I feel like I didn't read it because you were like, I don't know if you'll like it if it's too high schooly. But then you were like, oh, maybe you will like it, so maybe I should read it.
Yeah, like me and my friend, like we both really like it. And then I was like slowly introducing it to other people. So I gave it to my sister, and now she's like 4 books in. She's loving it. So it's like, okay, now I feel like I'm not just being a weirdo liking these, and it's actually like,
How
and
did you find it?
someone else told me about it. And then, yeah,
Oh.
it's coming up on my TikTok. And then here we are.
Yeah, you should try the audiobook, Kristen. I feel like you would like the audiobook, like go on a walk. They're on Spotify.
I mean, I definitely am like an auditory person. I love podcasts. I love music, but I mean, I'm good with like, I'll read it. If the thing is, if I'm into the book, I'll fly through it. But generally, I will not approach a book that I haven't read if it's over like 400 pages. Cause yeah, I just think it's too long of a commitment, but this is sounding right up my alley. So I'm willing to give it a try. I'm already thinking that that's like a perfect like book to TV adaptation. I've already cast Paul Mescal in my mind as the main character.
I don't even know who that is.
Normal people.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, yes. Oh, I love him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do love the Irish boys.
totally. I was going to tell a tangent about when me and my friend Jill went to Ireland, and I've been seeing this like trend now online where they get Irish boys to say the number 33. And I feel like I need to claim that because her and I, that was our joke back in Ireland. Because
Really?
yes, because we got a bill that had like 33 cents or whatever. And that the waiter came over and was like, oh, it's $9, 33 cents. And I was like, oh my God, that is the best thing an Irish person can say, hands down.
And now it's like a trend.
Now it's a trend. Yeah, we send we send those TikToks to each other. But yeah, okay, I'm sold. I'm sold. Great pick.
I'm trying to think of some of the best books I've read in the last couple of years. I would say Small Mercies. I loved that book.
Oh yeah, I read that too. Is that the South Boston?
Yeah.
What was that about again?
It's like it's set like the backdrop is like the busing thing in the 70s, but it's like
Right.
not really about that, but it's like a lot about just like all like the prejudiceness and the like racism in the 70s. And like I don't know if it's Whitey Bulger or like a Whitey Bulger type character in it. So there's like a mob thing going on,
Right.
and like the main character is like a mom, and she's like ends up being really badass, and it's good.
The one that I was thinking about, I read it more than a year ago, and I've already talked about it, but I write all the books that I have read like in my notes app, and I was looking through it. And a lot of times like you look through titles and I'm like, I can't totally remember what this was about. But the one that I saw that I was like, oh, I loved this was the I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy, the Nickelodeon star. That book it's autobiography. It's so good. And it's about her relationship with her mother, who was definitely like the ultimate stage mom as she was starring on Nickelodeon. So good. So I would definitely say that one. And then also, I think you've read this, Britt, and Sammy, I feel like you probably would have too, because I know it's been pretty popular. I think it might be being made into a movie. It's The Last Mrs. Parrish.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I love that book.
It's
being made into a movie?
I thought I saw that. I could be wrong, but I feel like it's probably
I could see that.
I think that was one of the best like twists, and I won't say the twist, but one of the best twists that I've seen in a book.
Or I think J-Lo is in it.
Oh, J-Lo.
That's good.
Oh, okay.
I wonder who she is. Interesting.
Yeah, that was one of the first books I read. Like I kind of had a gap of reading.
Really?
Yeah, like probably like a little in college, and then after that, and then COVID like brought me back into it. But like right before that, 'cause I remember COVID, I was at my grandmother's house in Florida, and I was reading The Last Mrs. Parrish, loved it, and I accidentally left it there. And then she had texted me like, "Oh, I started that book," and it was like very like inappropriate. But I remember
For
being
her
like,
grandmother.
oh my God, yeah, and I'd be like, oh my God, that's so awkward that she's reading this and taking notes that I just read it.
Yeah,
And
that's
yeah,
awkward.
that one was so good. And then did you read the second one?
Mhm.
No.
Oh, it came out this
Yeah.
year. Read it. It was good.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
okay.
good. It wasn't as good,
It's
but like it was good.
the next Mrs. Parrish.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I already have 2 books. Yes, let's go. Okay.
Oh, you're gonna have so many books. Oh, the other one I loved is the Marjorie Post. Like if people haven't read that, read that book.
No.
Magnificent Lives of Marjorie Post. You didn't read that?
No. What am I
Oh
doing?
God. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But the Magnificent Life of Marjorie Post is so good. So Marjorie Post is like the daughter of the guy who started like Post cereal in like
Oh.
early 1900s, and he started out, but then he kind of died. She like really made it into like what it is, but it's like all about her life, and she just has like she grew up obviously like super rich, but she's like very charitable, and it's like she lives through both world wars, and like she donates a lot, and like I don't know, she just is a very fascinating human being. I would definitely recommend it if you like history, especially.
Sweet.
Let's do our all-time favorite books.
Mine's The Nightingale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nightingale. Yeah.
I think that's going to have one of the biggest like box office openings of the year.
That's gonna be hard I feel like that type of stuff though, it's harder to watch on TV.
That's a good point. I
For
can't
me
wait
at
though.
least. Yeah, that would definitely be on mine, and of course Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, of course, Harry
All the
Potter.
HPs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, reread The Kite Runner.
Oh, that was
If
a
people
great
haven't
book.
read that, yeah, read that. That was really good.
I was trying to think of mine. I feel like I don't have like books specifically. I have all-time favorite authors. Like I mean, I'm definitely a chick lit reader and I love Elin Hilderbrand. All of her books are set on Nantucket. Always like a love story, always a lot about like the relationship between characters. And then there's also this author, Emily Giffin. She wrote Something
Mm.
Borrowed, Something Blue. She has one called Baby Proof that I also love. I love those authors just because of like their consistency. Like you know exactly what you're going to get when you pick up one of their books, and I feel like they always deliver, and I'm always left like satisfied with like what I read. It's always kind of, easy breezy storylines, but I like them a lot. And I feel like the author Emily Henry is kind of coming up in that genre. She wrote, what are some of the ones like People You Meet?
Funny Story, right?
Happy
Yes.
Place.
Happy Place, People You Meet on Vacation. So I feel like those are authors that I like generally. But I did put down one of the first books that like hit me so hard. I was sobbing reading this. Do you guys remember The Pact by Jodi Picoult?
Yeah.
Yes.
Holy moly. I mean, haven't read it since I was literally a teenager, but I,
Yeah, same. Is that a movie?
I think it was like a Hallmark
Mm.
adaptation or something.
Jodi Picoult's good.
She's really good at like doing every one of her books, from what I remember, has like a legal component. And she's really good at like taking you through the court case and like the court proceedings and that whole process.
My favorite, I'd always say 19 Minutes was my favorite book for a while. But I haven't read it since high school, but I remember it being so good.
That was like the school shooting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, what other authors do we like here? I mean, what do you guys think about Colleen Hoover?
Oh,
I like her. Everyone, like, I feel like everyone either like likes her or they're like think that it's too basic to like her. I enjoy the books, so I haven't read one that I haven't liked. And I'm excited for a lot of them to become movies too, it sounds like.
yeah. I think I heard Regretting You. That has a cast already. Reminders of Him, I think, is also being filmed. I'm so excited for Verity. I think that's my favorite Colleen Hoover book.
I think mine's November 9th. Did you read that one?
No, I haven't read that one.
You would like that one. I love that one.
Another one of hers that no one kind of talks about, but all of my friends all read it. It's called Too Late. It's more
Oh,
of
I read that. Really good.
one, so it's different than her other ones.
Okay.
The thing I like about like Colleen Hoover is I feel like I can appreciate all her books. Like they're just easy to get into. You know, it's like you don't have to like really try or like think. It's just like very easy.
Yeah. I also really like Leanne Moriarty.
Oh yeah, I like her too.
Yeah. Hypnotist Love Story. I remember I loved. She did Big Little Lies.
She misses though her latest one with the tennis family. What was that one called? Apple doesn't fall far or something. That was painful. But generally, I like her. Yeah.
I like Sally Hepworth.
I love Sally
I've
Hepworth.
read every single one. They're just like very good domestic thrillers, I think is what they're
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
as. And they're all like, I wouldn't say any of them are the best book I've ever read, but they're all just like very solid. Like you could read any single one of them.
I read Darling Girls recently. That one was good. Also, like, you love Elin. Haven't you met Elin, Sammy?
Yes. Yeah. I went to like an event and she like talked and she's great. I follow her on Instagram. Like, I don't know. She shares everything and like you can kind of see all of like her life and her books. It's really cool. And she's writing a book, or it's about to come out, I think like September 15th or something. A book with her daughter, who her daughter's like 18 or 19. They wrote a book together. I think the daughter goes to a boarding school. So it's like a boarding school drama type book. And she's like, it's not like young adult, like it's very like anyone can read it. So I'm excited because that will be different than what she normally writes, but it sounds like
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, how cool. I don't know many. I mean, I can't think of another like co-author novel with a daughter duo. That's definitely like an
Yeah.
interesting kind of angle. Sammy, you said that you got your recommendation for one of the books that we talked about from TikTok. Is that like where you find a lot of your book recs?
Yeah, TikTok, Instagram, like I have saved collections for both apps of like
Mm.
books that I see. I follow certain book influencers. I have group chats with different friends that are like book recommendations. So I get honestly from everywhere. And then I use Goodreads to keep track of them all, but the Goodreads app is not good. Like Chris, like
No.
honestly, Kristen, like you probably have a better user experience writing them in your note than what
Yeah.
Goodreads does. Like it looks like it was built in 2007 and hasn't been updated since.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
I
there's no
legit don't
other,
know how to friend someone. I can't
yeah,
figure out how to friend someone.
it's really difficult. And like I even tried today. I was
Whoa.
like, I want to sort books by when I most recently read them. So that way I could like see the ones from this past year. And I couldn't even do that. It's just,
Yeah.
and there's other ones that I think like people have like tried to make, but it's just like it's already so universal that nothing else has really replaced it. But it's just not good.
That's really surprising. Goodreads, do better.
Yeah, they have a lot of potential.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I have some ideas that I'll share. Like me and two of my friends, we do a mini book club where like we're actually reading it. We're not like doing a social hour. We're like doing this to read. So it's just three of us. But we're like, if you could just go on Goodreads, pick your two other friends and be like, pull a book out that's on everyone's want to read that no one else has read.
Yeah.
Show a list. Like
Right.
that's just so simple. And I'm like,
It's like basic internet stuff that
yeah,
it should be able to do. Like, there's
What
a lot of
great-
opportunity. Who owns Goodreads? Amazon?
they might because they're like have all the integration, but
Oh, get it together, Amazon.
Seriously.
Yeah, make it better, please. Like, how do you friend someone? And well, I actually didn't know about Goodreads forever. I mean, I'd seen it. I knew it was like a review thing, but I didn't really know. But I went to like Sammy and Kelly. I was like, oh my God, you guys, I have such a good idea for an app. Like, it's like social media for books. Like, you put all the books you read, and you have friends. You could see what books they read, and then you could see books like you want to read and whatever, and like you could comment to each other. And they're like, yeah, that exists. It's called Goodreads. I was like, oh.
That's hilarious. Well, you're right, though. Goodreads is owned by Amazon. It announced its acquisition of the website in March 2013, which is like very ironic given Amazon's roots. They started by selling books. Like Jeff Bezos, get back to your roots here, man.
Yeah, they've forgotten about Goodreads. That needs to get back on the priority list for
I think
Amazon.
after 12 years, they would have updated something by now.
Seriously.
Yeah. Do you get your book recs from Goodreads too?
Yeah, I mean, I mostly get my book recommendations from Sammy.
Oh, that's perfect.
I like to like hear from someone who's already read the book. I feel like sometimes when I'll do the redheads, you know, like the toast, how they have their redheads. I know you like that, Sammy, too. But lately, they have been on my shit list because they've been picking bad books. And then I read them and I'm like, what the fuck, redheads? Like, don't make me read these bad books. Like, can someone pre-read them and then tell me to read them or something? Like,
I can't be caught talking negatively, but they had a few bad books in a row. I read the most recent one and it was good. It was called Margot's Got Money Problems. It was not what I expected, but I ended up liking it. I also do listen to podcasts on books. Like Elin Hilderbrand has a podcast.
oh, really?
And I listen to the redheads. And then I also like, this is so nerdy of me. But when I finish a book, like I'll just search on the podcast app, like the name of the book, and I'll like listen to a podcast about it because I just like talking about it. And I'm like, if someone
Yeah.
that didn't just read the book, like it's hard to talk about it with someone else. I'm like, I just like hearing other people talk about it.
That is
Yeah.
honestly
So,
a kind of great strategy.
Yeah, I've never thought to do that, but I think I definitely will now.
Because whenever you finish a book, yeah, you're like, I want to talk about this with someone. I
yeah.
want to hear other people's opinions, but
And
like it's
then
kind of in that moment you need it.
yeah, because
Totally.
I'll have friends that read a book that I told them or anyone, and like they read it 6 months later, and they're texting me, "Oh my God, that part with blah blah blah," and I'm like, I
Yeah.
have no idea what you're talking about. I'll like Google it because I'm too embarrassed to be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'll like go on the Spark Notes and try to like talk through it, but because it's just like so urgent that you need to talk through it. So I have my podcast search app.
All right, I like this question. What's your favorite book boyfriend? Mine's still Miles from Funny Story. I love him.
Oh,
Did you guys
right.
read that? I just thought he
Yeah.
was like so nice. I loved how nice he was.
I would. There's like two from the Boys of Tommen that I love. Like Johnny Kavanaugh is more of like the all American athlete, like really good kid, and he's so sweet. I love him. And then there's also like some of the other books. There's more of like this bad guy vibe who like I wouldn't actually go for in real life, but just reading about him, you fall in love with him. So
I feel like I'm going to go old school, which kind of leads into our question about books to movies and TV show adaptations. The number one boyfriend of all time, Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice. That's like my number one.
Oh, wait, okay. I want to ask you guys this. Like, do you read like classic books? Like the classics, like Charles Dickens?
Not now, not now. I mean, there's only been like a couple of classics that I've reread because I loved them so much when I was younger, like The Catcher in the Rye. I reread as an adult and it was good, but I don't seek them out. Like a lot of those old books, I feel like I'm spending so much time trying to dissect exactly what they're even saying, like the language
Yeah,
itself
it's
that I
too much
can't
work.
exactly. I can't even really understand like what's happening because I'm just too in the weeds with the actual words.
Yeah, I feel like school ruined that for me, just making it into like work.
and they'd be like, "What did the color yellow mean?" Like
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's like, how was that
trajectory
a
of his
theme
life.
throughout the
And I'm like,
book?
I don't care.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
I'm
my
like, I'm
God.
just trying to say, like, was the book good? Was it bad? Like, did you laugh?
Yeah,
I'm not
right.
even, I don't even like sometimes like people will be like, yeah, I don't like the way that like she's not good at writing or like I noticed this. I'm like,
Oh, I never noticed that.
I just like reading the plot. Like I have no idea if they're good at writing or not. Like to
Yeah,
me, you wrote
same.
a book, so you're better than me.
Yeah.
What was your favorite like summer reading book though? Do you guys remember? Like, I definitely think Catcher in the Rye was one of my faves.
I remember liking Great Gatsby and of Mice and Men.
Oh yeah, I liked that
Yeah.
one too.
I felt like Lord of the Flies wasn't bad.
I hated Shakespeare. That was like my least favorite by far.
You had to read like
Yeah.
on the left side was like the actual language and the right side was like basically a translation to modern day English. And you
Ugh,
Yeah, I'm
like
not trying to work that
right.
hard.
no, no.
Yeah.
Outsiders, that was a good one.
That was a
I don't
movie in the
remember that.
80s.
We read that in middle school, like English class.
Well, speaking of book to movie TV, what are like our favorite adaptions or any ones that
Oh
are coming
yeah.
out that we're excited about?
I'm excited about The Handmaid coming out.
Same. Good
Sydney
casting.
Sweeney's in it. Have you read that book, Kristen?
No,
Oh, you would
It's
love it.
Yeah, it's
on
it's
it.
thriller. I mean, it's an easy thriller read. I used to have it, but I think I actually gave it away. Oh, wait, we should tell everyone to do your shower theme because that was like the best theme ever. For Sammy's shower, we did it was a book theme and it was like book club and in the invitation we had like a little thing that said like Sammy's little library, like everyone bring a book to not for the bride to like swap. And so like it's basically like you come with a book, you leave with a new book. I came with I think 2 books and I left with like 4 or 5 books. It was great.
What a good idea. I love that.
And everyone was just like yeah, brought home their book and talked like, oh, I think you should read this one. I remember walking in and seeing that though and thought they were all for me. And I was like, I have no room for this. Oh my God. And read the little thing. I was like, wait, this is adorable. It was
Yeah,
so
we had to make it clear that like they weren't all for you. But yeah,
Hilarious.
it was like just like a great conversation starter at like a shower. Everyone I've told about it is like, whoa, that's such a great idea. So like other people should steal it. Maybe Taylor can do it for her shower.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I love that. So unique.
for book to movie. I think some of the best ones are just the like the old series, like Harry Potter, Hunger Games, Twilight. Like I think all of
Hunger
those
Games,
did
yeah.
a really good job.
Twilight, yeah.
The
I agree.
Help is another one. I don't know if you guys have
Oh,
read or watched
I
that.
haven't. I haven't.
I
You should
have.
read it and then watch it. It was really good.
I would say, I mean, I've said it again, I won't Pride and Prejudice, but we all know my feelings on that. I also loved when we were younger. I think and I've read the book. I think the movie's better. A Walk to Remember. So
Yeah,
good.
that's a
Holy
great movie.
moly. And then,
Like that's a couple that has chemistry.
oh my God.
Like Mandy Moore and Shane West. Like that's why that movie was so good because they have good chemistry.
And I've seen since they've done interviews, like she was like 15 or 16 when they did that movie. And she said that Shane West, the guy who plays Landon, was like the best to her. Like just, and they're still friends. They still keep up. She did her like
Oh,
Hollywood Walk of Fame and he was there. So I love that. And then I also remember when I was younger, loving these two books and then loving the movies. The Sisterhood of Traveling Pants,
oh
like
yeah,
series.
great one.
Such a, if you have like any young people in your life or whatever, if you just want to read it, it is so cute, so good. And I love the movie as well. There's two of them. And then also The Perks of Being a Wallflower. It became a movie with Logan Lerman, Emma Watson was in it, and I remember really liking that as well. So definitely my recommendations.
Did you guys see or read Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret?
Oh no,
No,
but
but I know you like that one.
yeah.
It was so cute. Like it did the book such good justice.
I'm really excited for the Emily Henry, The People We Meet on Vacation. That's coming out soon.
Oh, that's becoming a movie?
Yeah, and it's coming out, I think,
Cute.
pretty soon. And the actors, the girl's kind of a no-name. The boy he played the young President Snow in like the latest Hunger Game movie. I'm hoping it'll be really good.
I feel like one bad one was, speaking of Elin Hilderbrand, The Perfect Couple.
Oh, I
Did you guys
liked
watch
it.
that? I loved the book, but I thought the show was
The book was
bad.
way better.
Book was way
Yeah.
better.
One that they did they didn't the show is good, the book is good, but they are not the same at all as Firefly Lane. Did you guys
Oh,
read?
yes,
It
yes.
changed the entire thing, but like both are good.
Yeah.
But I kind of just had to like forget about the book watching the show because it was so different and I was gonna get it.
Yeah.
I don't love when they
Totally
do that
agree.
though, if they change it too substantially. Like that reminds me of My Sister's Keeper. I think that was a Jodi
Oh.
Picoult. The ending is such a massive part of the book. And then they completely did a 180 in the movie. And I remember being like, what's the point of that? Like I felt like
Yeah.
that was the whole purpose, but I forgot about Firefly Lane. Liked both of them, yeah, but it is definitely very different.
Also, Summer I Turned Pretty.
Oh,
Show was better, I think. Oh, also, if we're talking book boyfriends, I'm taking Conrad.
True.
oh yes.
Yeah.
What am I thinking?
What are we thinking?
What are
Oh.
we thinking?
Oh my God. Team Conrad all day. Well, should we get into our Seven Sisters review?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm excited to hear what you guys thought.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Well, should we give a little like
Oh.
summary or something?
Oh, we
Oh
do that.
yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Okay. Google gave me one.
Great.
All right, real quick. So, in the first book of Lucinda Riley's series, The Seven Sisters were introduced to Maya Diapolis and her five sisters, all adopted by their mysterious billionaire father, Pa Salt. After his sudden death, the sisters gather at their beautiful home on Lake Geneva. Each is given a clue to her heritage, as the eldest, Maya's clue, leads her to Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. Using a dual timeline, the book follows Maya in the present day as she uncovers her family history and also transports readers to the 1920s Rio, where we learn the story of her great-grandmother, Isabella Bonifacio, a passionate young woman who must choose between an arranged marriage with an aristocrat and a forbidden love with a sculptor working on the Christ Redeemer statue. The novel explores themes of loss, love, destiny as Maya pieces together her past, and in doing so finds a new direction for her own future. So yeah, what do you guys like?
I timed myself a little wrong with my reading schedule and I finished it this morning.
Nice.
So it's really fresh. I loved it. Like I did not expect this because it opens with you're talking about the six sisters. You're going to learn a little bit about each one. And Brittany, I had just started and I was like, oh, I made a list of the six sisters to keep track. And then like, it's not about them at all. It's literally just about one. And then it goes back through her kind of family's history. But I loved it at first when it flashed back to Bella's life. I was like, oh, I don't want to read about this. And then all of a sudden I'm like, now I don't want to read about the present day.
Yeah,
it sucked you in so fast. I really enjoyed her as kind of the main character and like her story. And yeah, I overall would recommend. I rated it 5 stars on Goodreads.
I'm with you, Sammy. I binged it this week and I feel like sometimes when you like have to read a book by a certain timeline, it can feel like homework, but I was like totally in. any type of like astrology, astronomy parallel, I'm totally in for that. I love that type of stuff. And we'll kind of get into this, but I think one of my favorite parts about the book was that it incorporates real-time people and events. So like for instance, at one point
Yeah.
it's set in 1920s Paris, and they talk about Chanel influencing the fashion. They talk about going into like the artist area, and they see F. Scott Fitzgerald and Pablo Picasso and James Joyce and
Hmm.
like all these real people. First off, totally didn't realize that Pablo Picasso was alive in like the 1920s. I thought that guy was like in the
Oh
1700s.
yeah. Same.
So totally
Same.
learned something new there. What do you think, Britt?
Um, yeah, I mean, I loved it. I felt like the same way. I like couldn't put it down because I was like so interested in the current story, and then I was like so into the new story, and I was so frustrated with the girl Bella, like the historical one, because I was like, is she gonna end up with what's the guy's name now? I read this like a
Laurent.
month ago. Laurent. Yeah, I was like, oh, I really wanted her with him. Like, are they gonna end up together? And I feel like I read a lot of books, so I can usually like guess the ending, but I had like no clue what was gonna happen this whole time. And then like in the future, it's like the mystery about like how she's related to them and like what happened to her
Mm.
family and like these are like generations apart. So like how did they all come together? Like yeah, I just felt like she kept you hanging on till the very end.
And I also feel like it explored a lot of like the theme of it with, yeah, like with Isabella, the grandmother. Like, what do you want to do versus what you should do? You know, like, do you marry into the rich family that your parents want you to and like you'll have security, or do you follow your heart? So, like, those types of stories are always really interesting.
It is so crazy just like being a woman then. And it's not even that long ago. Like some of the things it was like when she wasn't even like allowed to like step outside in Paris when she was there.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like, what's
know.
the point of her going?
I know. Well,
No.
she kind of like learned, it's like she almost learned a lesson too because she ended up dying like 3 years later.
That was
So it's
crazy.
like
Right.
she should have stayed with the guy from Paris. Like she didn't really end up having a life there anyway.
No, that's such a good point. Yeah, that is like a good lesson of it, of like, live the life you want to live. I mean, me and Brittany have talked about this before. Like, our number one like value is like no rules and freedom. Like, I read those books and I'm like, oh my God,
Oh, fuck
blessed to live
that.
when we do. Like, I could
Yeah.
not. I could not.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked that too. It was interesting. Like I didn't know much about like Brazil,
Yeah.
just like Brazil's history, but even it's like in the 1920s, it sounds like that's when like a lot of like the coffee industry was booming and but it seemed like they were like even more behind us in term or like America in terms of like I don't know, I feel like they were still hanging on to that like tradition and like social society and stuff like that. Like they kept calling it the New World, like North and South America, but I felt like they were still like living like the old world.
Well, it was like a throwback to like Titanic, right? When it's like, oh, they're new money. It was definitely that, like
Right.
new money from
Right.
new coffee farms versus old money, which, just rich inheritance.
The end had so many different surprises. Like, first of all, Belle or Isabel dying. I did not expect that. I
I
mean, obviously,
know.
but, like at that such young age. And then the part where Beatrice, who's the grandmother, didn't even know who her real dad was. Like I assumed when she was telling this whole story, she knew all that. Then at the end, it was like, oh, she met the professor's assistant. And then I like went back and read it twice because I was like, wait, did she just not know that that was her father? So crazy.
Sammy, that's so
Yeah.
funny. I wrote that too. I was like, that made me sad when she goes over to Paris and she does spend time with Laurent. Like, I was so happy for him because I felt so bad for Laurent. Like, he knows that he has a
Oh, yeah.
child.
Okay, I remember now.
Yeah, and he knows he has a child, and but his love is not going to stay with him. She's going to stay with the guy she married, and Gustavo. And so he goes back to Paris, and then like I love that he got to interact with his kid, and he knew it. But I felt so bad for his daughter Beatrix, yeah, that she never knew that, and then she thought her dad was just kind of like a drunk who didn't want to spend time with her. But
Yeah, that was sad.
yeah,
Gustavo was like, I couldn't, at first, I was like, thought he was a nice guy. And then he kept being like so aggressive once they started getting married. And I was like, oh, he's an asshole. Like, this is easy. Now you definitely can leave him. But then
Yeah.
he kind of like showed his side. And I'm like, his parents didn't treat him well. So he wasn't a bad guy. He just was dumb. Like, he didn't know how to like have a wife. And he just kind of was like, I don't want to show emotion because my mom told me I showed too much emotion. And now, like, so I felt bad for him at the end, but I feel like she should have definitely left him.
yeah. I agree with you. Like, I felt like they were definitely leading towards him being almost, I was expecting there to be violence. Like, I was expecting him as the story was progressing, like get, more of a drinking problem, end up being violent, and then it's an easy person to root against. But agreed, like you do feel bad because the mom's such a bitch. And Isabel or Bella is like the most beautiful woman in Brazil, and he is
Hmm.
not attractive at all. So like he knows she's not into him. So yeah, you kind of felt bad for him at the end. And then like when he found out that she did have an affair, he was, nicer to her than you would expect. And like he kept her secret. It definitely made me like him more, but he was never someone that I was rooting for.
Yeah, I know. I was like the whole time, it was weird because I felt like you kind of knew that like Bella didn't end up with Laurent because the Maya was related to Gustav. I don't know. We weren't sure they got together, but yeah, I was the whole time though. I was just still hoping. I kept thinking she was gonna like trade places with that like friend that was writing to
Same.
her, right? And like
Mm.
I was like, why'd they keep bringing this girl up? I thought they were gonna trade places, but then you know why? I read in the like author's note, it's because she used like a lot of that girl. That was a real girl, and her dad was like building
Oh,
the Christ Redeemer, and a lot of like her journals and stuff were like inspiration.
oh,
So
I
that's why
love
she was like a
that.
bigger part. Yeah.
Did you guys end up like looking up anything about Christ the Redeemer? Because, oh, okay. Well, I guess I keep forgetting that everyone who's listening right now has read the book, but so much of it being focused on the construction of Christ the Redeemer and like the real people who did it, I started Googling. I was like, oh,
Same. Well, we
yeah.
saw there's a like a remake of it in Portugal.
Oh, right, right, right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember like, when we went on the boat cruise in Portugal. I remember them talking about it, and they said it was like a replica of the real one in Brazil. It's like a nod to Brazil.
Can I
Yeah.
ask a dumb question?
Hmm.
Like, didn't he say he was gonna like make it a mosaic? That didn't happen.
I don't know. I didn't look up that part, but I thought the mosaic, like with those tiles that they were putting on, I feel like they did do it, right?
I
Yeah,
was just picturing like the statue being like blue little tiles. That's what
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I was like
know.
literal with it.
it's a good question.
But yeah, I did like how they centered it all around that. That was interesting.
Yeah, me too.
Who do you guys think would play the main characters?
I
I
said
feel
Anna de
bad.
Armas because it seems like she was like gorgeous, and I think they said that she had like dark hair and fair, like, so that's who I pictured was Anna de Armas.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I'm
I
so
had
bad at this. Like I can never think of anyone. I wrote down Vanessa Hudgens.
Oh, okay.
And then for my I did Mila Kunis because I was just trying to think of like someone
Oh,
that's
that's she's
a
good.
little older and brown hair. And then I did Gustavo. Like he just was like such a joke in my head that I did James Marston, like someone that like literally it's like
Yeah.
he just keeps appearing and he's just clueless. And that's what I was thinking of. But looks wise, I don't know if
Oh
that's
yeah, I see that.
Oh, Laurent would be like because he's fair skinned. He's
I think Timothy Chalamet.
I was even
He's
thinking like
oh,
Leo.
French.
who were you gonna
Which
say?
one?
Leo for him.
Oh
Oh,
yeah. Young
yeah,
Leo.
yeah. Ooh, Leo Woodall, the guy from One Day and the new Bridget Jones. Ooh,
That could be, yeah.
and the White Lotus.
Oh.
What a cutie! I would totally watch
Oh
that.
yes, I love him.
Love
I would watch
him.
that. He's dating the girl from White Lotus.
Yes, Megan Fahey. Love her.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I read the second and the third. I just finished the third like a week ago, and I'm reading another book in between the fourth because the fourth sister seems like she kind of sucks. But I actually thought the third one was like the best one.
Which sister is that about?
Star, who's like the quiet one.
I'm
Mm,
intrigued about that whole CC and Star dynamic.
me too.
So
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, this isn't giving it away because you could read it in the back of the book. Like her story is like from England, and it ties back to like it's very like Downton Abbey, like,
Ooh, love that.
yeah, like one of those like old families that had one of those like big estates that they had to manage and whatnot. But that one was good. And the second one was good too. Wasn't
are
probably my least favorite, but it was still really good.
are they
I
all like the same time period going back or like some early
Hmm.
later?
Oh, going back? No, no. So that's what I like too. Like they're all different. Like in the second one, there's like it flashes back on like two different people from her family. So like one from like the late 1800s and then one from like World War II period. And then like the the third one is like only flashback to one person, but it's like kind of like throughout her whole life. So it covers like a lot more time. So they're all kind of different, but the present day part I think is like pretty much the same. And like they definitely intertwine more. Like they'll talk about like there's like a show that the second sister does and the third sister goes to it and they like talk about it in the second sister's book and the third sister's book, like from both of their perspectives. And yeah, they obviously talk about like Pa Salt dying and all that stuff, like from each of their perspectives. So it's good. It's like, yeah, it's an interesting dynamic.
Can we talk about though Pa Salt for a second? Because I feel like that's a big component that we haven't touched on. First off, is Pa Salt alive? Because the end of the book makes me feel like
Oh,
he
I
is
know.
alive.
I feel like he could be alive too.
Yeah, because Allie's like, okay, there's this boat wreck. He was involved. I don't know. It left me thinking like, okay, so he might be alive. No one actually saw him get buried. Also, the fact that Pa knew about Maya's baby, I loved. I was like, he just knows
Oh
her better
yeah.
than she knows
Forgot
himself.
about that.
Or
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
she knows herself. And also, the only part about the book that I didn't like love, and I'm sure we'll get confirmation of this in the second, but I just wish, I mean, it was very apparent to me that Paul Salt is the little boy who was the impoverished kid who comes across Landowski's like studio and they
Oh,
take him
you
in.
think?
That's what I thought.
Oh, you think? Yeah,
Because
I think I might have had that thought too.
I just was like, what's the connection otherwise? Why would he choose her? And there's this little boy that keeps getting mentioned. It would have been probably like somewhat the same age, I think. And I was looking for confirmation of that and it never came. So that was like the only piece, but that was my theory.
I
I
just got the
know.
chills you saying that.
Oh,
I know though,
yes.
I can't imagine that he's like connected to one of them and not the
Oh,
rest.
Well, I had that thought too. And I was like, because one of the questions that was like kind of in the book club was like, what do you think about Pa Salt's decision to adopt the daughters? And like, do you think it's morally right or wrong? And in my mind, it's morally right. Like he gave them a good life.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, they didn't have a great upbringing. But I was thinking about that, like, why would he have adopted all of these people? And my thought is like, maybe they're all related to people that throughout his life, those people helped him. So like Landowski and Laurent helped him, took him in, gave him shelter, gave him a
Mm,
craft, whatever. So he was looking out for Laurent's family. And then like maybe when he's in his 20s, like there's a family that gives him something. And so he's looking out for them. So that's kind of like what my early
yeah,
day
maybe.
hypothesis is.
I could see that. The last book I think is about him.
oh,
Oh, that's a
so
great
there we
take.
Yeah.
Heard it here first.
go.
No, it
Enough.
actually is.
Oh,
Oh,
I
The last
believe
book's
you.
about him.
I'm s- that would be cool. Like I just can't believe that like they knew nothing about him. And like no one
I
does. And
know.
one I did not get I don't know what her name is, Marina. Is that their mom? Like I know it's not their mom, but like were they together romantically? Like what was
No.
that? She
Yeah,
like
that's weird.
like a house, like a nanny? Like I
I
didn't
think
get
she was
that.
like their housekeeper. Yeah.
But they
yeah.
called her Ma, so I was getting so confused. I was like,
And
was she
they
like,
act like she is like their
yeah.
mom. But
So
yeah,
I
Yeah.
it's
was
weird
like,
because
what's
there's no
the
like
relationship
relationship.
between
Yeah.
Pascal and her? Okay.
Yeah. Well, what overall
Um,
then, like, what did we think though? We would recommend?
Yes,
Definitely.
Definitely recommend. Loved it.
it was good. And for historical fiction, I feel like I've never read a book set in Brazil.
Same.
Same. I didn't
Same.
know that much about Brazil. And it's great because all of them are about like different areas. Like the second one's a lot about Norway, which is
Oh,
interesting. And
love
like it's
that.
about like the symphony and the orchestra there, which I guess is a big deal. And then, like I said, the third one's like Downton Abbey. I don't know about the fourth one yet.
Yeah, I love that. I like how they're all set in different places. We're learning so much about different cities around the world.
Yeah, just
So
becoming
cool.
so worldly and cultural.
Oh my God, we're so cultured. Sammy, thank you so much for coming on. This was so much fun.
Yay, this was so fun.
We could have talked for like another hour.
Girl.
Yeah,
So much to talk about. I'm so glad we got to do this.
I know, same. I'm glad we had our first one with the ultimate bookworm, Samantha Nolte Martin, on.
Yes. So many good takes. Well, we hope everyone has a great weekend. Next week, actually, we have Sammy's husband coming on, Kyle, and we're going to talk all things
Baby K.
football. Baby K making an appearance on the pod. We can't wait. So definitely tune in for that.
And remember to like us, comment, follow us on social, TikTok and Instagram. We also have just found out we have comments on YouTube, which we're so excited about. So sorry if we've ignored you, but we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
And keep commenting.
Yeah, keep commenting. Sorry if we're like 2 months late on some of those, but we are just figuring out how to, work the internet.
Yeah. And tell everyone you know about us. And
Thanks,
that's all we
Sami.
have for today. Thanks, Sami.
Thank you guys for having me.
Anytime. Can't wait to have you back. Bye, everybody.
Bye.